Hi there, welcome to this course on creating After Effects templates for Adobe Premiere Pro. My name is Harshit and I'm instructor for this class. Here in this course you will learn about motion graphics templates like water motion graphic templates, how you can use them, how you can create them with hands-on practical examples. This course is divided into multiple lessons. First you will learn to create various types of motion graphics templates in After Effects. Then, after creating a template, you can import them and use it on Adobe Premiere Pro. You will also learn about these things in this course. Moreover, you would also learn to create animated lower thirds, text opener, along with a lesson to build animated alpha matte text template in After Effects, and much more. So if you're curious to learn these skills on After Effects and want to combine your motion graphic skills with video editing skills, start learning right now. See you in the class. Hi friend, welcome to this lesson where you're going to learn about creating a motion graphics template in After Effects. So let's get started. So after you open the After Effects, you get this dashboard. We are going to create a new composition, and here we just create a new shape. So we will draw a square shape, and you can find it as a shape layer. You can rename it so that it will be easy to handle. You can create multiple layers of different kinds of objects, vectors, text, and different things. So just rename it to shape animation. We are going to create a basic animation over this rectangle. Then we can create a text layer, provide some text. Here we write start. You can change it later on. And the purpose of creating a motion graphics template is to use the power of After Effects, where you can create visual effects and motion graphics, and you can export it with some features that you can control later on with Premiere Pro. So Premiere Pro is used for video editing, and After Effects is used for motion graphics and VFX. For those who don't know, if you are a Premiere Pro user, you just need to learn a little bit about After Effects so that you can take your video editing to the next level. So here we create a keyframe for scale. A keyframe has a varied value over time so that we can create an animation. So in the starting it was 0, then it's set to 100% after some time, and then we expanded it further on over the screen. You can select a pair of keyframes and right click keyframe assistant easy ease. So it will just hover around with a seamless manner. So this is we create animation. We took a 1 second pause. You can increase the pause or reduce the pause depending on. If you reduce the pause, it will just pop up very quickly, or you can increase the gap depending on your usage. So here we created a scale animation for the rectangle, and it looks like a beautiful opener. So this is a basic thing. You can do a complex and advanced thing as well. Then you can animate text, add some kind of animation, or you can do some transformation. Otherwise, just go to the properties. Just rename this as well. Start text. So here we got two different layers, one as a rectangle and then as a this thing. Just go to Windows and Essential Graphics, and from there you can create a motion graphics template. Just provide a name and the properties that you want to add. If you want to add a layer, it won't be able to add. You just need to provide a particular property. So like we can edit position, scale, rotation, but keyframes could not be set in Premiere Pro for these properties that we add. Although Premiere Pro allows you to set keyframes on its properties that it provides, but you cannot transfer this thing from After Effects. You can just set the properties. You can create another group. So all the properties that you pasted here would be allowed in Premiere Pro to make some edits. Like if you want to create a motion graphic template where you created multiple animation various effects, and you want your users to just edit a few things like basic transformation, the font, and other things, but not the core animation. So you can do this thing. So you can provide minimum control, maximum control, or the way you want. You can add source text to the properties panel, and it will allow your users to customize font. Just go to edit properties and don't forget to check the first two options where you enable the custom font selection and font size adjustment. So these two properties would be added so that your users can change the font according to the theme. Whenever you create a motion graphics template that consists of text, don't forget to provide the font. You can use this motion graphics template for various purposes. If you're a vlogger, if you're a video editor, you create documentaries, you run shows, you create ads, anything, just anything, video lessons as well. You can use these lower thirds. You can create this thing to create an opener, outro, anything, just anything. And you can also use it on various other things as well. The customer would be able to use this thing. End user would be able to customize the properties for opacity, position, scale, and position that we provide. If you don't want to provide, say, opacity, your users won't be able to change the opacity value of each individual layer. Moreover, you can create groups that allow you to categorize various properties. So it's ideal to create an animation consisting of multiple layers and just provide the properties that you want your users to change later on whenever they use. You can provide these things. So just try to create a motion graphics template, and once you are done, you can just press export motion graphics template. Don't forget to save the file. First save the file and then export, and then you can go here. You can check these warnings or otherwise you can ignore it. If you want your users to get a prompt, if they do some error, it will prompt. Otherwise, you can leave it. And just provide the name for your new motion graphics template. It will be saved as Mogrt extension motion graphics template, and it can be used on software such as Premiere Pro. This is how you create a motion graphics template in After Effects. You are going to learn more in the coming lessons. Till then, keep learning and keep moving ahead. Hi, welcome back friend. Here in this lesson you're going to learn about how you can use an After Effects template in Premiere Pro. So let's get started. In the previous lesson we created motion graphics template in After Effects, and now it's time to import in Premiere Pro. So we already have a video clip here added on the timeline for Premiere, and now in order to add a template, just go to the window and select Essential Graphics. In the Essential Graphics panel, if it is not currently open, you can check it, or otherwise if it on the right hand side, just slide it over. So here you can find various templates that can be added to the scene, and you can import a new template by just going to the bottom right corner little icon to add a template. Select the template that we created previously, a text opener, and import it here. You can alternatively search it as well in the existing template folder, but if it is a new template, you need to import first. When it is imported, you can add it to the timeline. You can create a new layer on the top of existing video clip, or you can just replace it. So as you can see here, it is working as designed. In After Effects, we created a similar animation. There is a text that appears in the beginning and then the background expands. We can change the text, as you can find in the edit panel. We can change the text. So this feature was provided in the previous lesson. We created a template and passed on certain properties that can be edited in Premiere Pro. then we can use. Now rename it to let's fly, because this is a scene for in airlines. We can just add this carousel. You can change it to anything you want. So always in Premiere, in After Effects, provide a source code. We can also change the font. We can change the location. Let's position it on the lower bottom of the screen, and you can turn the opacity, just make it a little bit transparent, not completely, just little bit, and it will just pop up there. So this is how it appears. So what we can do here is we can go to the properties panel for this layer, and we can change its position. We can cut the remaining part that we don't need, because the animation was too long and we don't need that much time. We just need it to be an opener, so it will be there. You can change the font obviously whenever you want. By default we added a Babel's new font. You can change it to any other font that you decide. Just try sans serif or something like. You can also change it to italic, bold, or just a simple, keep it regular size. Then you can change the size and anything. Just move to the effects control panel for this thing and just move a little bit higher one, because we just want the text and little element to be displayed, not everything else. Now just press a space bar to replay this animation. Now this thing is here. It looks like some message is popping up. You can always create customized things. So once you import a motion graphics template in Premiere Pro, just don't use it as it is. Try to customize it further on, because Premiere Pro is a powerful video editing software and you can always use it to customize. I just reposition the text and reposition the background as well. You can also add some effects here. We were going to add a video transition, deep to black, for this text animation. So this is how you use the motion graphics template in Premiere Pro. Try to create your own template and use it in your videos. Keep learning and keep moving ahead. Hi, welcome back friend. Here in this lesson you're going to learn about creating an animation for lower third, and you will learn to export it as a motion graphics template from After Effects that can be used on any other video editing software. So let's start with this. We need two different layers. One is a shape layer for rectangle and another would be a text layer. Let's change the color for this rectangle. We have created a long slim rectangle that will be placed just below our text layer. Now just create a text and we can customize it, change the color for this text and just write it what you want things to be written by default. The text can be changed later on in Premiere Pro as well as in After Effects. So don't worry at the moment. Rescale the text, adjust it the way you want and just write something. Here we are writing chapter 1 morning. So this kind of lower third can be used in documentaries. It can be used for creating video vlogs, or it can be used for different things. Use the selection tool to just move it around the screen, and here we are going to create a little bit animation. In this lower third we are going to animate both the properties, both the layers, rectangle as well as text layer. So for this rectangle, just make it in the timeline, just move it a little bit forward, so the rectangle would appear sometimes later on. Expand it and move to transform. Choose the scale property or position. You can change it. We're going to create a keyframe for position, but before, just move the anchor point towards the left hand side. So for moving the anchor point, you would require a pan behind tool. Just select it and move it there. Later on, once you are done, just hit the selection tool and set the keyframes for this animation. Just select the scale property, hit the stopwatch icon and make it 0. Initially at say 1 second we made it a 0, so it will appear out of nowhere. After some time just hit again, create a keyframe again, and all this time you can scale it to 100%. Say you can just make it so it will appear this way. Provide a gap, set another keyframe, just make it a little bit smaller so that it will have an animation. Select all the keyframes and right click easy ease. You can also go to the speed control graph, so you can edit with the graph as well. Otherwise just leave it. Then just move to the starting of the video and play it. So this looks a very seamless animation where a rectangle expands from 0 from left to right and then bounces back a little bit. So this is a gradual animation. Just move to text and move text to the to end of the animation. So when the animation ends, our text may appear. So just customize this text, increase the size or decrease the size the way you want, horizontally, vertically, anywhere. You can set any property here, but currently we won't be setting any property. Just move to the animation preset. So effects and presets, just select the animation you want. You can add say automation, you can add various type of text animation, so that will be added by default. So it will be little bit difficult to create if you use the keyframes, but you can use this thing to make it a little bit easy to do. You can play with mechanical algorithm or other kind of things, or just expand to the animation preset text and you will find everything here. Just use the one you want and just place it. So it looks like a deciphering thing. You might have seen this kind of effect in various movies, documentaries, as well as vlogs. It can be used anywhere. And once you are done with your preset, just go to Window, Essential Graphics, and create a motion graphics template. Provide a name. Here we use the lower third cipher because our text looks like a cipher text, and this is a lower third. And then just drop the properties that you want your users to change or customize later on with the Premiere Pro. Don't forget to enable font selection and font size adjustment for the source code so that your users can change the font and font size later on. Then you can also add some various transformation properties on the for the reference so that you can customize it in Premiere Pro. Once you are done, just hit the export motion graphics template and export it. Hit OK. And here you are done. So this is how you can create a basic lower third template in After Effects. Try to create your own, keep learning and keep moving ahead. Hi, welcome back friend. In the previous lesson we created a lower third in After Effects and now we are going to import that motion graphics template in Premiere. So just import this thing, just select the lower third cipher motion graphics template and it will be here. So you can always add it to over a video or an image, or you can just add it in the timeline standalone. So here we got this lower third, just get to the starting and play it. So this is how our lower third will appear. But now we don't like the font, we can change the font anytime we want. Just go to the edit panel, you can change the font, just make it say Corbel and make it light. You can choose any other font of your choice. We are using the Corbel font, so it will be light font. We can change the scale, we can move it anywhere we want and just look at decent thing. You can change other properties as well that is provided in this control panel, you can use other things as well. So try to create various types of lower third, because lower third is numerous, it is very open, you can just do anything, create wonderful animations with a combination of text, shapes, and color, font, and so on, and then use it on your video projects. Keep learning and keep moving ahead. You are going to learn more in the coming lessons. Hi, welcome back friend. Here in this lesson you are going to learn about creating an alpha matte for text animation. So let's get started. So first we will start by creating a text layer and just write a long text, anything, and we are going to create an animation over this. So here I write welcome back to the show. You can change the size of the text, you can customize the font, you can change its length, and now let's understand what we want to do. So we will create a rectangle over this text layer and we will create an alpha matte out of it. So at any given point of time, only the text that is within the box will appear on the screen, whereas box won't be appearing on the screen. Box will be transparent. So this is called an alpha matte. So whatever you place under something, that will be visible only. So we place this box here in the center of the screen. Just position the shape layer on the top of text layer and select alpha from the track matte option. So as you can see, only the text portion of the text that is enclosed within the rectangle is visible. So now we are going to create an animation with the position. So just go to the position, reposition your text wherever you want it to appear on the screen, and then we can set a keyframe. Just move to the y-axis out of the screen, set the initial keyframe where no text is visible, and after some time create another keyframe where text will appear from the right hand side. So first you find welcome, just stop it here. So wait for some time, repeat the same keyframe to have a pause, then create another keyframe and move it the leftward side. So here just add bring three different words back to the, so it will look like text is appearing out of nowhere in a sequence manner, so that your users would be able to read each and every word with a given frame of time with an animated manner. This is how you create this thing. So here just play it again. We got a combination of frames. Just remember, you have to create two different keyframes to move an object and then create another keyframe to pause it, because nobody wants the text to just move around. It won't be readable. So if you want things to be made readable, just pause it over a time. So here, welcome back to the show. So it moves there. But here you may have noticed that text takes a longer time to enter, but very small time to pause. So just increase the pause time and move it very quickly. Just try to do this thing. So here it looks nice. We have applied easy ease so that it will be smooth. There won't be any linear progression. It will accelerate in the starting and then deaccelerate when it's about to just go out of the screen. You can further customize it as you want. Just select the pair of keyframes you want to move with the left mouse click. Just draw a shape over it and you would be able to move it. So setting a keyframe is the primary thing to create an animation. This is the building block, and this is how you create an alpha matte with the text. You can also create an alpha matte of picture, a video. You can have another text. You can have multitude of text and different layers. So just have a combination of two different layers. So just create a template for this. Go to Windows Essentials and just provide a name for this motion graphics template and We will just drop the properties that we want to allow our users to customize later on in Premiere Pro. So we can drop scale, opacity, but we don't want to draw position. So let it be, because if we allow them to change the position, it will affect the keyframe. So we don't want to change with the animation concept, because for a motion graphic template that you provide, your users won't be able to set the keyframes in Premiere. So just choose wisely. Try to create alpha matte on your own. Keep learning and keep moving ahead. Hi, welcome back friend. In the previous lesson you learned how to create an alpha matte motion graphics template in After Effects. Now it's time to import the same template in Premiere Pro and work around it. So here we got a video clip that we want to edit. This is a skyline of modern day city of Dubai. And then now if you want to add a motion graphics template, just click on this little icon, add a motion graphic template like alpha matte. It has a Mogrt format. It will be available here. Just search the name and drop it over your clip. So it adds this thing. So you can see the wonder of alpha matte. It comes on the screen. It has a transparent background, so it will be placed over anything. If you switch off the visibility mode for the video for a time, this is how your text will appear on the background. Welcome to the show. And now if you turn the visibility on, the text will appear. You can change the text and type something new, but it will change the presentation style. You will understand with this example. Like for example, if we change it to welcome to this modern city. So by default, when we created the template, we added transition based on the text, but here you can see some letters are missing. So what we can do something here. We can just rotate it, tilt it a little bit. So first just turn the visibility of the video off and tilt it very wisely so that it will be visible. Scale it a little bit, or you can scale it down, and then you can choose the orientation. So we have added these two controls, the orientation and the text, and now just try to play it again. So welcome to this modern city. So it has worked. So sometimes you have to look around the properties that has been provided in a motion graphics template to fix some things. So try to create your own template and perform it in Premiere Pro. Keep learning and keep moving ahead.